in each case is different. Here, the personal pronoun I is used for the first person, you for second person, and she for third person. Personal pronouns can be singular or plural. Here are the various singular and plural forms of personal pronouns. You can use a personal pronoun as a subject or an object in a sentence. For instance, here, he is the subject and her is the object. But both are third-person singular personal pronouns. It would be incorrect to say, he gave she a book. The correct pronoun to be used here is her, as it is the object of the sentence. The various personal pronouns in the subject and object forms are given in the table. While using more than one personal pronoun in a sentence, it is more appropriate to follow a particular sequence. When two personal pronouns, like he and I, are used in a sentence, he is used before I. So you say, he and I are great friends. When you is used with he, she or it, you is placed before third-person pronouns. If we add I to this sentence, it should come after you and she. Here is a table showing the preferable sequence to be followed. Reflexive pronoun reflects the subject or a personal pronoun in a sentence. For instance, in this sentence, himself reflects the subject, the boy. So, himself is a reflexive pronoun. Similarly, in this sentence, myself reflects the personal pronoun I and is a reflexive pronoun. Thus, a reflexive pronoun is used when the subject and object are the same. However, a reflexive pronoun cannot be used as the subject. For instance, since a subject is required along with Suresh in this sentence, I should be used rather than myself. A reflexive pronoun can be used to lay emphasis or to express an unexpected action. For instance, here, the reflexive pronoun himself is used for emphasis. On the other hand, in this sentence, the reflexive pronoun herself is used to show an unexpected or surprising action. However, reflexive pronouns are not used for routine actions, such as washing and dressing. Reflexive pronouns have first, second, and third-person forms as well as singular and plural forms. For instance, here, herself and themselves are third-person singular and plural forms of reflexive pronouns respectively. Similarly, here, ourselves is a first-person plural reflexive pronoun, while yourself is a second-person singular reflexive pronoun. Here are the various forms of reflexive pronouns. a possessive pronoun shows ownership. For instance, here the pronoun mine denotes ownership of the shoes and is therefore a possessive pronoun. Similarly, here theirs is a possessive pronoun. Here are some more examples of possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns have different singular and plural forms for first, second, and third persons. Look at this sentence and see how different types of possessive pronouns have been used. Here are the various forms of possessive pronouns. Note that there is no possessive pronoun for the personal pronoun it. Now that you have learnt about the different kinds of pronouns, let's see how they are used in everyday conversations.
Okay, now I'm going to show you the next video of Tata class. Now this video is about the kinds of pronouns, part 2.
Here's an excerpt from a news report. The actor was in town to launch his forum for senior citizens. Addressing the press meet, which was attended by several senior citizens, he said, "The basic premise of humanity is that we help each other. No one deserves care better than our senior citizens. Each of them is an asset to society, who will guide us in their absence." He went on to add, "This is a cause that demands everyone's immediate attention, and urge the youth of the country to help the elderly in any way they can." You may already know about pronouns such as he, we, our, them, us, and they. In addition to these, the news report uses other kinds of pronouns. Let's learn about each of these kinds of pronouns. Let's learn about each of these kinds of pronouns. You can use demonstrative pronouns to identify or point to a noun. For instance, in this sentence, the demonstrative pronoun this points to the noun bicycle. Demonstrative pronouns are also used to refer to a category or group. The pronouns this and these are used to refer to persons or things that are near in distance or time. The pronouns that and those are used for persons or things that are far in distance or time. Note that the demonstrative pronouns this and that are used for singular nouns and these and those for plural nouns. Here are a few more examples of the demonstrative pronouns this, that, these, and those. You use interrogative pronouns to frame a question. Note that who and whom are both used to refer to people. The interrogative pronoun who is usually used to refer to the subject, whereas whom is used to refer to the object. Whom is generally used in formal English. Whose is another interrogative pronoun that refers to a person. It is also used as a possessive. You could use the interrogative pronoun which to refer to a person or thing. The interrogative pronoun what too can be used to refer to both people as well as things. Notice the use of interrogative pronouns in these sentences. You can use distributive pronouns to refer to a singular object or person in a group. For example, each is used to refer to separate people or things in a group. Either is used to refer to one or the other in a group of two people or things. Neither is used to exclude both the options in a group of two. It is the negative of either. Each, either, and neither can be used as distributive pronouns as shown here. You can use relative pronouns to link a subordinate clause to a main clause. Relative pronouns are almost always placed at the beginning of a subordinate clause. A relative pronoun refers back to a noun or pronoun in the main clause. The relative pronouns who and whom are used to refer to a person. Notice the correct use of who and whom in these sentences. Who is usually used to refer to the subject, whereas whom is used to refer to the object. Similarly, that and which are also relative pronouns. When you want to add information that is not essential to complete the meaning of the sentence, use which rather than that. Be sure to separate this non-essential information with commas. When using the relative pronoun that, do not add a comma before it. In writing, that is replaced by who when referring to a person. Here are a few more examples of the relative pronouns who, whom, which, and that. You can use reciprocal pronouns to show a mutual action or relationship between two or more subjects. For example, here Sunny is talking to Arjun and Arjun is talking to Sunny. The action is reciprocated, and so we use the reciprocal pronoun each other. Similarly, here, each of the three girls greets the other two. So, the reciprocal pronoun one another is used.